Okay guys, we're here with some modern JUND again. Today I wanted to build my JUND deck to be hyper anti-aggressive. So we're playing 4 bolts, 4 pushes, 6 discard spells, like 4 Liliana the Veil, 3k commands, such. Just a ton of removal spells, some discard, and basically Tarmogoyf and Croaks are trying to carry the way home. Let's see what we can do. JUND rule. Dito, this is the worst possible matchup for us. This is the worst possible matchup to run into. Fatal Push does absolutely nothing. Essentially. Yeah, I think this is the worst possible matchup because they're on 5-color Niv Mizzet. I kind of just want to concede and play a new league. This is as bad as it gets for us, I think, unfortunately. But, I mean, I don't know. I basically never play against Niv except for exactly Dito, so I'm never going to build my decks or play my decks in a ways that will, like, try to interact with Niv, because I think it's a bad idea. We're going to... Unfortunately, I think I have to play Croxa here first. Because if not, then Lightning Helix just kills my Tarmogoyf. Now they're probably just gonna like Teferi my Tarmogoyf on like turn 3 or whatever. Against the brain deck, unfortunately. Yeah. I mean this is the worst case scenario for a deck, I believe. But that's just how it goes sometimes. That's modern for you. It's winnable. I would say like maybe we're 10% to win this matchup. I'd say we're very, very, very unlikely to win. We essentially don't have sideboard cards this matchup, and we have 4 dead cards in our main deck. And like 4 bolts that basically don't do anything anyways. I guess Ren and 6 would be like possibly the best draw for me, so I can Ren, pick up a land, play Tarmogoyf. You ask and you shall receive. You ask and you shall receive. You ask and you shall receive. They're at 9. It's not a lot of life. I think nearly the best possible if they just like go land Omnath. I think that would be close to the best possible scenario for me. Well, I doubt they're gonna do that. Okay, abundant growth, sure. So they don't have to fetch their wooded foothills. Okay, and then Helix. Yeah. It's unfortunate for us. Probably Kolaghan's command, deal 2 to Teferi, bring back Goyf, play Goyf. Is that what I'm gonna do? Return Tarmogoyf, deal 2 damage here. Play Tarmogoyf. That's the turn. Now, if they just play like Bring to Light or Niv, game is over on the spot, basically. Omnath into any one of those is also really bad for me. Just another Teferi. That Teferi is pretty bad for us as well. I guess I can just Croaks the next turn. Thing is, I kind of like need something else to my hand. It's not bad. Take that. Ren, Prismari, Command, Prismari. Okay, I'm gonna take Valky. They don't really have a good answer to this either. So that's good for me. Yeah, Void Mirror is very annoying because it's like not a card that actually is like, it's not a card that's actually like good, but it's a card that I will play against a lot, like almost assuredly. Prismari Command. I mean, the way that you do something against, you play like Urborg, or like play a Swamp or something, right? They have... Oh my god. Ave, Ooze Progenitor isn't legendary if it's a token. Ave enters the battlefield with +1/+1 counter on it for each other Ooze you control. And it is a 5 mana 2/2 storm creature. Let's see what they're working with. This Prismari Command again. Somehow we may actually win this game because they didn't actually do anything. Yeah, Cavern as well. It just is a card that someone's going to play against you and you're going to be mad because it's bad against basically every other deck. They drew like Abrupt Decay or Assassin's Trophy. That is unfortunate for us. I don't take Helix. I think I'm supposed to take out Ren here. Could be incorrect though. It's unfortunate because I need to keep the Bloodstained Mire in play so that I can deal with the Omnath. So I don't think I can plus it this turn, unfortunately. Then next turn we can kind of just like deal with them. Probably. Ravine. I know we can Ravine. My stream deck is set to... Oh my god, they have Teferi out. What am I thinking? They have Teferi out. What is wrong with me? They just have Teferi. Oh yeah, yeah. Didn't ping Teferi after it bounced. Yes. I understand. I completely forgot Teferi was out on the battlefield. As you can clearly see. Very clearly see, I completely forgot about Teferi. Well, let's see if they drew Niv or something. Let's see if they drew Niv. They just gonna bring Yorion to hand? No, it looks like they're casting something here. No, okay, they brought Yorion to hand. Yeah, maybe if I remember Teferi was out. I mean, wouldn't have done much, I don't think. Hmm. 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 Dito, what's going on here? I have Yorion and 2 unknowns in their hand. So they're gonna play out Yorion. They're using that. Okay. Why are they using the treasures? Seems so weird. How often do I stream? Often. So I gotta draw 3 cards. Okay. I guess I understand they want to use this just to gain some life. Mostly MTGO, yes. Hmm. There's... Oh, I can't cast a spell because it's fairy. Yeah, that's right. I don't know what I'm thinking. I forgot about Teferi again. They have Teferi out. What am I thinking about? Like, what am I doing? Like, I can't imagine playing this match any worse than I have. Just based around the card Teferi Time Raveler. It is somewhat frustrating how I just completely forgot about the card. Literally, every single thing I did, I was like, oh, they've got Teferi Time Raveler out. And then I just forget, and I was like, oh, they've got Teferi Time Raveler out. Then I forget, oh, they've got Teferi Time Raveler out. Like, Can I just, like, you know, okay, I'm dead. They just have Lightning Helix or something in their hand. If they're discarding Supreme Verdict, I'm just dead. If I would have just killed that Teferi Time Raveler with my Renin 6, probably would have won that game. I think this is fine-ish. We can stop, like, Abundant Growth. We can stop Utopia Sprawl with this. That's something. Didn't get much worse than that. I mean, I just need to focus up. Maybe I can figure something out. So much hate I need at AK. That's what's born and raised. That's Renin 6, so I'm gonna keep. Like, this hand kind of sucks. I don't know what hands I have that are actually good based on how I built my deck against them. I guess, like, multiple discard spells. Got 3 bolts. Okay, Bum, what you got? Ren and 6. Rain, pass turn. Now let's see their Fairy Time Raveler, which I'm gonna have to throw like a Bolt and a K command at. Good guy Ben. It's 21 months. Thank you very much. I appreciate it a lot, good guy Ben. This best turn. Ooh, Canister. Thank you, Canister. I appreciate the raid. Okay. Oh, you've got another. We're playing Boomer Jund because I just wanted to play it. And, you know, we're not doing too hot as we're playing what I think is the worst matchup in the field for us. How I built my deck. It's the one you wanted. Yeah. What's wrong with playing a deck that I want to play? Boomer Jund is usually fun to play, I think. But, if they just play Niv-Mizzet, I'll just concede the game. Okay, that I can potentially beat. It'll be hard, but I can potentially beat it. I mean, I have spent a bunch of mana and cards killing their guys, and I'm just behind on cards. But, I mean, this is... I don't think there gets a worse matchup for me. Yeah, I was never beating this... I was literally never beating my opponent ever. With their hand... I think it's by far my worst matchup. And, like, game 1, I drew, like, perfects multiple times in a row, and I just messed up a bit. And game 2 is 0 chance. Balls of Tron. The thing is... Tron... There's a certain... What's the word? There's a certain charm to just trying to not interact with your opponent, like in any way, and just trying to do something that's just way over the top of anything anyone else does, and just being completely fine when you fail. And I think Tron has that sort of charm to it, to a sense. It's not a deck that I think anymore that I could just like grind out like infinite matches with. Serious question, guys. What does Boomer mean? Boomer is a joke in relation to the baby boomers who are old people, and this is a deck that is outgrown. That Modern has outgrown, I guess. I have spell snare. I mean, I just kind of have to take Snapcast Mage, just take my beats on the spell snare. And it is a deck that, you know, old Modern players would play. Because, you know, they're attached to it. That's why they say, like, Boomer. Well, like, my opponent's deck is a Boomer deck. It's a deck that is just very unsuited for the Modern metagame. But they're playing because they want to. Because they probably find it fun. They have some attachment to the deck. TV. Big fan. Dito, do you just play Niv because you like just playing like one deck all the time, or do you think it's good in the metagame right now? It's amazing. What is it like good against? 7-2 in a lot of Premier. It's good against Jund. That's definitely true. Verdict on. They're on Opt and an Unknown. Round two. Like these sorts of games are usually like kind of fun to play out. I would always like clown Jund whenever I was playing Blue Eye Control. At least I thought. If they zero here, it's just so absurd to me. Wow, they did. Spiral and Crooks, though. This is good versus Guardian of the Gift. Geons versus Reeds, good stuff. Yep. I mean, this used to be a classic modern matchup. I'm gonna plus first my Liliana before I bolt so that they can't force negation. There is a chance that my Inquisition literally cannot hit, so I think I'm just gonna get rid of it. And we can just bolt and have Tarmogoyf, and I think that's pretty reasonable. Well, I would have hit. It's unfortunate the Field of Ruin made me have to go get a forest, so like getting to Croaks is gonna be a lot harder. Yeah. I would have to imagine I'm like favored. Just verdict. It's fine with me. That's Sphinx's Rev in the yard? No. It's verdict to verdict. No Sphinx's Rev. I used to play a 1 Sphinx's Rev in my Blue Eye Control deck in Modern. It was great. I love playing it. Probably gonna minus on them, give them like Colonnade Plains versus Island. Next turn. You need to draw something like Jace here exactly, or else they're like dead. Yeah. Well, this was like when you had Narset, and to like you would play Blue Eye Control with like Narset, 3 mana it's Fairy, 5 mana it's Fairy Jace. Like you'd just be like a Planeswalker deck. Fatal Pushes are all bad here. I think Wildfire kind of sucks. I'll probably have some brutalities over it. This is probably another matchup that I think my deck is actually not very... The way that I've built my deck, it's not very suited for it. Built my deck to try and be good against like the aggro matchups. Expecting a lot of, and did not find that. Kind of repeatedly. Yeah, I think now Modern... I think War of the Spark made Blue Eye Control good against Jund. And what's like the way that people built their decks with Modern Horizons, even though they had Ren and 6, I still think Blue Eye was favored. Because I think the War of the Spark cards are so much better, and they hadn't... And Croaks hadn't come out. People hadn't really developed like playing Season Pyromancer in the deck yet. Since probably, yeah. Because I played Blue Eye Control like a PTQ. I went 4-2. Unfortunately, lost to a Tron guy who ended up winning the whole PTQ. I was friends with him, so didn't feel too bad, even though both games I knew he top decked the Tron land to beat me. And then my other losses to a guy who cheated, unfortunately. And then he cheated against the same guy that I lost to, the Tron guy. Cheated against him in the top 8, and the judges just did nothing. Both times, it's just like, oh, whatever, no big deal. Just like... Judges in Oregon are all largely pretty bad. There's only one judge that I know of that I think is pretty good. Everyone else is, like, largely awful. Yeah. There's only one, at least, that comes to mind that I think is like, oh, this is a good judge. The rest are, like, pretty awful. Judge, lots of poor experiences with Judge. Oh, I have tons of poor experiences with judges. Basically every, like, the judges that do, like, the Pro Tour and, like, basically the head judges at GPs, I've had largely good experiences with. And I've had lots of really long judge calls with, like, one time, I think it was GP Vancouver, I had a 20-minute judge call about a 2 life point discrepancy. Judges were very, very professional, like, good at what they did in that situation. I mean, just judges, like, everywhere. It's like, I mean, I would love to, like, I would almost, like, love to just be, like, a judge at, like, a Modern or Legacy event. Because I, like, I feel like I know a lot about how the games go and, like, what is supposed to be happening. Because, you know, I play them all day. And I've, like, had the interactions on Magic Online infinitely. What would happen when you look at yourself in the mirror and say, hey, Yama, we are going to be famous Magic Cards player and be inspirational to Magic Card player across the globe. I can't tell if you are being a joker or not. I assume this is a joke. Let me take a look. Yeah, no, this is a joke. I can already see your previous messages, but it definitely is some good copy pasta. Money for nothing. JC is pretty disastrous. I guess we have, like, ways to deal with it. We'll see if they zero again. It'd be great for me. That's some good pasta. You'd be surprised, Lyser, some of the people that I've interacted with. Those still. I mean, the thing is, like, I used to think that I was, like, a good MTGO player in the sense that, like, I was better at playing MTGO than I was in paper. Now that I've actually, like, played and done reasonably well in, like, some paper events, I realize it's, like, I'm a pretty garbage MTGO player, but paper is, like, a lot easier. It's a lot easier to gain advantage on paper than it is. Wow, they're actually playing, like, Super Boomer. It's a lot easier to gain advantage in paper than it is to gain advantage on MTGO. They want to use a counterspell on this. I'm, like, kind of fine with that. Because I have another one. Cryptic Command was their draw. That is one that punishes us for not playing Croxa, I guess. That was, like, the one card I was thinking about. And I have to figure out, so I can just do this right now. And squats. Yeah, I don't know why I have that anymore, because every time it happens, people just, like, redeem infinite. And I'm not going to do squats right now. I'm just going to refund this stuff. I'm much too tired right now, and I have to exercise later. So I'm just, like, not gonna do those. I'll refund them, though. I'll be nice. I'll refund them. Well, not talking about, like, local game stores. I'm talking about, like, GPs and stuff. Croxa. Just, you know, people in my LGS with top 8 lists from some regional tournament. Yeah, it's like MTGO events. I mean, MTGO events are just like a lot harder, and I think like events, at least for me, most of them start like early enough. I mean, luckily, actually, my sleep schedule's been changed a lot. Starting events, I don't like feel as tired anymore, mainly because like I can't sleep longer than like 6 hours anymore. Regular player most of the justices, I would agree. Yeah, that's fine with me. I have another crooks in my hand. Getting forest is actually kind of bad. Well, it doesn't really matter because they're going to feel the rune me anyways. You can use that. Okay. That's fine. Probably gonna Croaks and then flash it back. Next turn, leave like a fetch land in my yard or something. Things like that fairy kind of ruins that plan. Why didn't I play my cards? To do what? They have no, like, why would I play this? Doesn't accomplish anything. Oh, shoot. I have to play this, don't I? Yeah. Because I didn't fetch last turn. Probably just going to be dead to this, though we'll see. I don't have another red mana. So I have to go fetch a mountain now. I'm such an idiot, actually. Holy moly. God, that was bad. Okay. That was bad all around. I should have minus on the Teferi last turn so I can minus on it again. It saves me a turn. Yeah, but if they just like have some random card in there and then I gotta deal with it with the Croaks, I think. Like it just like casts this next turn as well if they're tapping out for this, so. It gives them potential where they want to like tap out for this and they have to tap out for like 2 more turns than they expected, or 1 more turn than they expected to. If I draw like another Cleansing Wildfire, although I only have 1 more, those basically win me the game. So that's nice. this. That's not a bad one to get. Although I'm one short here because I picked up my Blackleaf Cliffs, fortunately. Although now they have to use their Celestial Colonnade to attack my Renin 6. Which is not that bad for me. Surprised they didn't opt to actually just try and hit a land. They hit me? Do they know what this does? That works too. Ugh. Okay, this worked out perfectly for us. Okay. Better strip mine. Strip mine with Renin 6 would be pretty good. It's not really getting better for me with this card. This game is wild. This game is wild. Do you want to play? Exactly what I'm playing? I want to play it. I didn't rip. Got him. Boomer JUND. Oh, yeah. What a boomer matchup. Somehow grinded out. Croak's one heck of a card. First JUND class match from 2018. Oh yeah, great matchup to play. Always a fun time. Good baby, baby. Word Up magazine. Attack Mr. Magic Molly Maw. Lumberjacks with the hat to match. Ready for Hogag? extra pick to be printed. No, they're not gonna do that. There's no way. That would be too absurd. Okay. There's of the Dream Den. I'll keep this hand. I'm not the most excited about it, but I will keep it. Like for the follow Charlie Brown. Like those tokens. Playing against merfolk, maybe? You're the only one. This is another classic boomer matchup, if it is merfolk. Yep. If they printed a token Black Lotus, then it would actually probably be worth a lot of money. Wait, what just happened? Oh, they're spreading seeds me. I see. If you don't know, now you know. It's a classic, you just get spreading seized out a lot of the time. That's where I go. Oh yeah. No retreat. Yeah, I think they're cutting retreat anyway. Hopefully they don't spreading seize me again. No spreading seas, please. Or Atlantis, that is beatable. I don't want to deal 2 damage here because if they just have like a lord, it's like an absolute disaster. Although maybe we could just like wait. Attack with Tarmogoyf. The problem with that is if they have Force of Negation, it's then a disaster. We attack with Tarmogoyf, they have lord plus Force of Negation, which they had. So, I would have gotten absolutely demolished. I think my play ended up being the best play I could possibly have made. How do you get the playlist? My playlist is just procedurally, I don't know if that's the right word, but it is generated by a YouTube algorithm called the My Mix or whatever. And it's just My Mix stuff. I've heard It Was a Good Day too many times. This song I can never hear. Well, this song I probably heard a lot less than It Was a Good Day, but I still like this song. And they've got, we need our Bloodbraid elf to hit something good here. Now they can just put Laris in, yeah. Yikes, we're in a bad spot now. That Force Negation was really, really good. It was really them being on the play with the 8th Vial plus the Spreading Seed. That got me good. Have to hope this Bloodbraid elf hits something good, because if it doesn't, I'm dead. I need to take out this, unfortunately. Actually, taking out... Yeah, no, we're just dead on board. Taking out that left us dead on board, actually. I would have lost anyways, probably. Because, like, they're drawing so many cards a turn anyways. I definitely don't want Thoughtseize. Leon the Veil kind of sucks in this matchup. It's like the 8th of is like kind of a disaster. Not the greatest for me to ult either. And cut a Ren 6 as well. Ren kind of sucks, but it just like lets you hit land drops, so it's kind of great because of that. Like what Ren 6 does to like your hands, like some hands Ren 6 just like absolutely demolishes. Blurs from the game. I mean, I would love for Laris to be removed. I mean, there's just like infinite different egregious cards that just should not exist in any format. I will keep this hand. Will it make Siemens a deck again? No. Prelate is the same thing as basically Chalice in the match. I swear it's good. It's essentially the same thing as Chalice, except for Chalice comes down a turn earlier. I mean, I liked mine a lot where KCI was banned, Moxel was around. Even with KCI around, it wasn't too big of a deal because it had the problem that a lot of people just didn't play it. Lord Beerus, thank you for the raid, I appreciate it. I think I have to be favored if they don't like 8th battle plus like a really nice like way to crew card advantage. They just don't have any land. Okay, I'll take that. To see the ones we had. It's funny, it's like Heliod's not even like a good deck, I would say. Okay, if I just didn't draw on land. Probably we're gonna win that game by like K commanding plus Bloodbraid elfing them to oblivion. Yeah, I mean most spell-based combos I really hated playing against, but it was good that people could play them, I think. Yeah, I mean, I just think like a lot of modern decks are not particularly interesting to play with or against right now. That's why I'm kind of going off the beaten path where I enjoy playing this deck. Guess we're just mulling into 5, aren't we? E is like theoretically good, but I don't know. Maybe I have to keep E. Oh, I agree that there were decks that were good against spell-based combo. I'm just saying personally I did not like playing against it. Which is, I mean, a completely fine thing. I think to say just like, yeah, I don't like playing against it. I don't want to play against it, but I think that it's like good. Good the hell. Got a feeling that my opponent may have Spreading Seas in their hand. If that's the case, I just want to play. Okay. That punishes me a bit. Although I don't want them to like convert on their Spreading Seas. They could just have the Merfolk Trickster, which obviously punishes me for not fetching. Which they did. Overgrown Tomb Tap, and then get Stomping Ground. 2 green sources. Also having 2 red sources. My only son. What do they got? Spreading Seas, Ratchet Bomb, Lord of Atlantis, Smash the Pearl Trident. I guess they're gonna get rid of Ratchet Bomb here. I think if I would have kept EE, I mean, if I would have kept EE, obviously this game would have just been like easy game. I think I'm just supposed to keep E just because like the upside potential of it is like so high. I can just draw like Damnation, the game ends. My hope is that like I can play Cletus and just kind of survive. Basically, I have to hope their next 2 draw steps are bad. Although I could also just draw like Damnation. Okay. Hunting 6. If they draw another Lord, then I'm like dead, obviously. Yeah, I think my best way to win is just play Cletus, hope for the best. Just have to hope their 2 draw steps are bad. If they're bad, then we've got a chance. If they're good, we do not have a chance. Okay, that's 1 whiff. That's 1 whiff. Kind of man. That was a very, very good draw step. That was close to the best possible draw step for me. Kalidas sometimes just gets to solo these matchups, which is like really, really good for me. Surprised they brought in Ratchet Bomb against me. Where we do this, push here, block here, get another zombie, and the game's gonna be getting away from them here pretty soon. Like, drawing that Fatal Push was so insane, but I mean, like, as I said, I built my deck to be like good in these types of matchups. Oh, I can Croxa now because of that, actually. It's kind of crazy. I can Croxa now, too. Maybe I was supposed to get another red source, actually, like a Blood Crypt. I didn't think of it. I completely forgot about Croxa, I will be honest. To attack. The thing is, like, attacking with zombie, I don't think it's crazy to do it. But what does it accomplish? Not much, I don't think. Whereas, just doing this, like, I feel like it's so hard for us to, like, lose. Okay. You know, playing the boomer mashups and have the boomer things happen. Lights, flashing lights. I mean, Death Shadow is almost surely a better deck. But I like this deck more. I don't like playing Death Shadow very much anymore. Used to like it a lot. Why Principe with 47 trophies? What a madman. I have to imagine he's just playing, like, infinite. Like, he's gonna eclipse 60, which I don't think anyone has. This is a hand that I should not keep, but I am going to keep anyway. If I was on the draw, it would be an easy mulligan. On the play, I'm going to keep this in. And it's going to be bad. You love to show off. I know. Hope I didn't. I wish I didn't keep this hand against this Lair stack. Swiss Spear, Mountain Swiss Spear. Sucks because they're probably just gonna bolt this down. But I think I have to play it out. Just have bullet plus the second Swiss Spear. Ooh, yep. Well, I've got a load of edicts, I guess. Just the boomer deck. Yeah, I'm booming it up. Lava Spike. Okay. I just playing against. Is this just burn actually? I just playing against burn. Looks like it's just burn. Yeah, it's just burn. It's getting dumpstered by burn. Cut the hand that was slow. It's burn. Yep. They had a very, very nutty burn hand, it looks like. Yeah, we're just never winning. They're ditching that, we're just never winning. And 6 suck a lot against my punch deck. Thoughtseize to suck even more. Just might put Monsters Whisper in their deck, basically. I think the match was fine. I kept a very, very bad hand. Because when I see Luris, I mean, maybe I should just not be expecting, like, Death Shadow anymore, because it seems like no one's playing it. I still have, like, the thought, like, okay, I see Death Shadow, and my hand is just, like, great against discard. Great against, like, a discard Death Shadow deck, because if they're just, like, playing a discard spell on turn 1, it's like, okay, I've got Liliana, Bloodbraid L. It's like, you're going to have to play 2 more discard spells, and I've got loads of good top deck. Red, Shadow, or Blue Layers, Control X, yeah. Okay. Hand's very good here. Hand is very good here. Has all the components I want. I would never attack with this Goblin Guide against Blackleaf Cliffs untap. Like, your Goblin Guide is just never going to do anything here. Like, it seems unintuitive to not attack with your turn 1 Goblin Guide, but, like, it's just never, ever gonna, like, do anything then. If you don't have a Brain spell to play on turn 1, I'd be almost fine just playing out Goblin Guide. And sure. I'll trade with the Bolt. Like, I still have things to do. I need to take that idol on, unfortunately, here. Thought about not playing the Collective Brutality there, but... we could still very easily lose this game. They just draw burn spells for the rest of the game. However unlikely that may be. Okay, now I don't think we can reasonably lose. My opponent's just 2 lands, just any 1 mana burn spells. My opponent's actually just drawn kind of nutted both games, but my hand was like incredibly good and on the play. I think if I was on the draw, I would have lost this game, even with like all the good stuff that I had. The creep with sleep. Damn. 16 months. It didn't do it. I don't know why it didn't do it. That's really weird. I think I'll keep a Flame Slash when I'm on the draw versus a run. Scammed. I'll put it in a I'll put it in a text to speech. Just for use. Nam. Let's see what it sounds like from this. God, that is loud. There you go. You got it, man. There, just for you. That was loud as hell. I mean, I have to keep this hand, but my mana base is going to hurt me a lot. Have I won a match yet? I'm 2-1. I'm only into 6, which is really, really good for me. think I was supposed to take that. That was actually a mistake. That was a mistake. I should have done Overgrown Tomb untapped. Of course, I draw second land immediately. I should have played Overgrown Tomb untapped on turn 1. I think it's going to hurt me in the end. It's tonight that should be having my baby. Huh. Just draw a second land and then just draw only burn spells. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Opponents just got it. I need to hit exactly Collect Brutality here, or else I'm dead. Wow. Wow, actually. Draw a second land immediately and to draw burn spell, burn spell, burn spell. Kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. Their hands were so nutted every single game, actually. Their hands were so good. Maybe I should have... Wow. I'm like almost... I'm almost amazed. That my opponent's hand was so good every single game. They did not draw any blanks. They drew a lot of their 1-mana burn spells. And my... if I would have drawn the life gain, it wouldn't have worked because I even drew the second Skullcrack. Kind of wild. I'm like almost astonished sometimes with like how good opponents' hands are sometimes. Draw. I'll keep this hand, although I'm not the most excited about it. Yeah. I think if I would have played my lands differently, I still don't think I would have won. I could have, like... I could have done things differently in that game to potentially win, although it would have been unlikely. Looks like we're playing against JUND here. We're playing the JUND mirror. I just run into the JUND mirror. Don't you cause like this tap land? I mean, we could have done that. I keep forgetting that Lightning Bolt just kills it there. I should have just probably played Croaksa. Makes sense. Makes sense now. I guess like Lightning Bolt converts on the Scout Muse anyways, so it's not that big of a deal. I'm just gonna Lily on them here. This is Thoughtseise, maybe I wouldn't. But I don't want this Tarmogoyf on the battlefield. I do not want this Tarmogoyf on the battlefield. Even if they hit Bloodbraid Elf, like we can Inquisition them and like K-Command kill the Bloodbraid Elf, bring back our Tarmogoyf. And I think we're ahead in that spot. We have like more cards. They're probably down on a way to kill our own Tarmogoyf, so... Ooh. That's good for me. I'll just Inquisition them here, see what's up. Paying costs. K-Command? K-Commanding now. Abrupt King now. Kroxa, Fatal Push, what we're going to. I'll take Fatal Push. So I'm just gonna fetch for Forest. Wish I could fetch for the Stomping Ground, actually. Wish I would have just played the Stomping Ground. Been a lot better. Playing the Stomping Ground. Kroxa and exiling it. Wow. This is great for me. I like taking the push a lot. I don't know. Like, they have this as a threat still. I think I'm in a fine spot still. So they got Kroxa as their last card in hand. Probably discard Swamp to their Kroxa, and then we can Kroxa back next turn. Discard and pick up Goyf again. That was an option, but the thing is if we do that, then they can Kroxa us. I guess we can just not play our Kroxa. But then if we... No, we have to play our own Kroxa. So it's not really an option for us. I don't think. And we're beating this Raging Ravine. Especially because they have to use the Peat land. They just conceded. Why did they just concede once the draw step happened? Why would they concede on the draw step there when we have lethal from our draw? They're not dead on board. They discard Kroxa. I eat their Kroxa. That's 5. They're technically not dead on board. Concede directly on the draw step once I draw lethal. Interesting. Mind goes to and fro. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I mean, I don't know. I've just heard a lot of people complaining about Ghost recently, so it has made me a bit more wary. Lightning Bolt kind of sucks. This matchup now. I mean, discard spells also kind of suck. But I think there's also a lot of good cards to take with the discard spells. What can I bolt in this matchup? Like Bloodbraid Elf? I'll do something like this. Oh, didn't take out that extra position. 61 card special, boys. I mean, it's just like it's modern leagues, like whatever. I think like mulliganing the Jund mirror is really bad. So like any hand that has like any semblance of a curve, isn't just like 3s and 4s, like you can pretty much just keep. I mean, modern leagues range from like pretty soft to just like you happen to be playing against like the best decks. Like not the best, like the best players like a lot. Like sometimes you ran into like Dito round 1. Sometimes you run into like Rando playing Rando deck. This is a problem. From the west side, west side. From the west side, west side. From the west side, west side. Bone Crusher Giant. Alright. Okay, okay. I know how we do it. There's always issues. Yeah. I'm from the west side. Think that's better than developing our Croxa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. He's sitting here taking a run 6, doing nothing. Let's see if they Bloodbraid Elf, Bone Crusher Giant. Let's see what happens. Let's see if we can spin the wheel effectively. I'm gonna put this into play because I want more cards in my graveyard for the Croxa down the line. they want to trade here, I'm good with that. So my assumption is they have a good way to deal with Bloodbraid Elf. If they don't want to trade, you know, I get some loyalty down on Ren and 6. How's it going? I'm pumping. They could just minus on my Ren and 6 with their Ren and 6 too. So I don't care about all that much. I have more than enough lands to deal with for the rest of the game. I guess it's time to do this. Let's tap for green. Bloodbraid Elf. Not bad. Well, they can bolt Liliana with this on the stack. Hopefully they don't. Which is nice. I actually don't really care about this Ren and 6 anymore. I don't think. I think I'm just going to attack them. They didn't have a removal spell for my Bloodbraid Elf, seems like. Fatal Push. I guess Fatal Push does do something because of the now Spell Bomb. So we'll see. Okay, man. Whew, that is the worst case scenario for me. That is the worst case scenario. That is the worst case scenario. That is as bad as it possibly could have been for me. That is unfortunate. Did not think about K-Command there. I was too caught up on the bolt of my Liliana to not minus. That sort of interaction has not happened to me ever, so got me good. I think I've heard this song a bit too many times. I'm gonna listen to this. The song's good, just a bit too many times. Oh, their own Bloodbraid Elf. Tarmogoyf. That's a problem. Try and do this. See if I can get him. You don't sacrifice and I'll spell him before the sacks, then I get a Croxa. Really good for me. This may be a problem for them. We'll see. Discarded the bolt. So they had the bolt for Liliana. played me hard on that turn where I went for the minus on Liliana, or they just drew bolt, one or the other. It's Liliana, no. I'm not sure we have any ways to win at this point. Not sure we have any ways to win at this point, but we'll see. Maybe it's possible. It's playing so weird. What do you mean? It's interesting. It's an interesting one. Tarmogoyf. Okay. Narrow job. Somehow, some way, we've come to a spot where maybe I can still win this game? So they had Verdant. Maybe I was supposed... There's a chance they had like a land in their hand. Maybe if I was paying attention like super hard this game, I would have known that they would have had a land in their hand. But I wanted to make sure they didn't have like any way to like randomly kill Tarmogoyf or something. You're getting an RL job? Yeah. How was my Shabbat? Really drew Fatal Push for turn. Not just dead on board, they minus on the run. Oof. What was I gonna draw? Tarmogoyf is alive. I sacked this. I like push that. I have a 4/4 Raging Ravine coming in. Them from 4 down to 4. Yeah, I needed them to whiff for a turn there. Not sure. I mean, they had Now Spellbomb too. Now Spellbomb like ruined so many of my turns. Drawing another land, this hand's so insane. Draw one more land, this hand's insane. I'm a greedy man. I'm ungodly greedy. I'm ungodly greedy. My roommate just did something loud. Like, the thing is, it's insane because of Ren and 6. That's what makes it so good. If we didn't have Ren and 6, I would snap mulligan this hand. Okay, I can deal with this. Feed the greed. Cooking Ninja, thank you for the 100 bits. I appreciate it a lot. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, give me a land. Easy game. Easy game. Not so easy. They have Forgotten Cave in their deck. Wow. Okay, I mean, I still think if we draw a land, we're in a good spot. Because I thought, like, a big scenario that, like, we lose to is, like, the Ren and 6, and having a discard spell for theirs is really good. Okay, land me dealer. Yep. Greeted it up. Got punished. Maximum. How do you have that in your deck at all? So bad to have in your deck, actually. Wow. That's so bad to have in this matchup. It doesn't do anything. And they minused on me. I just don't understand. Some people just baffle me. Some people just baffle me. I mean, it's really good in this exact spot where I have absolutely nothing on board and I'm missing on lands, so my fetch lands don't work. In this spot, exactly, it's really good. Every other spot, it is really bad. But, I mean, I kept a bad hand, so what are you going to do? I kept a bad hand, so I kind of deserve it, right? Kept a very greedy hand that if I drew a land, I think... I'm going to win this game. I think I need to draw land next turn in a way that can kill this Ren and 6. Yeah, okay. I mean, kept a bad hand game 3, didn't draw land, got unbelievably punished. Obviously, if I draw land, I think in any of those turns, I'm in a really, really good spot, probably win. You know, if you liked the video, like seeing me struggle in the end where I kept a bad hand and my opponent, you know, got me in the end. And, yeah. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitch and Twitter in the description below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.